right, welcome into Tunes Brothers. We got Down Under Dave, Louie, and myself, the only ones who truly matter. Darren hates KISS. Gigi hates KISS, so she's just going to sit in the comments and play her impression of Vake. And Scotty will be late. So we're rolling.
He doesn't like KISS either.
Yeah, he don't like KISS either. So we're the only three that matters when it comes to KISS. We're the only three with the right opinions. So how's everybody doing? You guys had a good, Thanksgiving for Louie and just regular fuck off day for Dave?
Yeah, it was just a regular whatever day.
Louie, did you eat a lot of food?
I didn't eat a lot, but I ate more than I ate enough. I had a fantastic Thanksgiving dinner. Everything was just salted just right. Had stuffing and mashed potatoes and the turkey. And we've been doing this for like 20 years now. Ever since my brother got a turkey fryer, that's how we have it, fried turkey. It is so much better than oven roasted. Once you have fried turkey, you don't want it any other way.
Vake, we don't need a moderator, but Gigi was blackmailing me to become a moderator. I have some questionable photos out there that she found, so that's just the way it goes.
Well, she didn't find them, Rob. I sent them to her.
Oh, okay. Well, that explains it. All right, so we've got 2 weeks late, 3 weeks late. I figured I'd let every other loser podcast give their takes, and boy, let me tell you, when I say loser podcast, I'm not fucking exaggerating. Some of these guys out here doing these full fucking, coverage because they were there or not there, whatever. They sound like they've been fucking tranquilized with horse tranquilizers. Their level of excitement is beyond ridiculous. They nitpick every fucking thing possible, from, oh, my drinks cost too much. I can't believe they didn't have better. If we go fuck yourself, you're there for KISS, you bitch. You're in Las Vegas. Walk outside and there's restaurants and bars as far as your fucking eyes can see. It's a KISS celebration, bitches. I have seen those photos, says J-Bick. I don't know how you could straight up porcupine. All right. Okay. So what I figured we'd do here is give you a little bit of everything, and I'm going to leave it to the gentleman. Do you want to do some music first, or do you want to hit the Q&A first?
I thought we were going to do, you had this mapped out and planned.
Nope, I have hours worth of footage. I'm going to let you guys choose it. The only thing I request is once we start the Q&A, we finish the Q&A. It's about 45, 50 minutes.
Well, like I said, I haven't seen any of it because I
don't know what to choose because I don't know it.
So there's two Ace Frehley tributes. We could knock those out right away.
Okay, let's start with that.
Okay, let's bring up the first tribute, which makes mine look pathetic. But they did steal my idea. You could see how powerful the Tunes Brothers is on the internet because they completely fucking fleeced my idea of using fucking Fractured Mirror. But they put a lot more work into it than I did. Let's just say that.
Dirty snakes.
Yeah, everybody's got to rip me off. Okay.
Need to copyright, Rob.
I do. Apparently. The dirty, rotten bastards. How dare they steal something I stole from Ace Frehley? That's absolutely
it's
ridiculous.
Just not right, is it?
No. Okay, so let's start with the actual tribute video that opened up the ceremonies.
here I am. You know, when I was 13 years old and I picked up my first guitar, I always sensed that I was going to be into something big.
Your fire signs worry too much.
I have a speech here, but I didn't, these are on prescription, so I can't read.
Tell me about your outfits. I mean, did you design your own outfits, all of you? And then tell me what each outfit means, and I'll start with you, Ace.
Well, that means a cucumber. I think this outfit is self-explanatory.
Beautiful, Ace. What about the P&L statement?
I'll give you the P&L statement.
But you're kind of like a spaceman, huh?
No, actually, I'm a plumber.
Listen, I got a little piece of pipe backstage I'd like to have you work on.
Tell me about it.
This isn't funny.
Beethoven's Fifth.
No, come here, come.
Accent.
Turn around. Look, it's rock and roll.
What are you doing?
He's ruining your teddy bear.
I'm trying to make him a space bear. Space bear. The only space bear in captivity. I got him. He's captured.
Captain Biff.
Space bear.
I kind of dig my life. I've had a very interesting life. And I know there's a guardian angel up there taking care of me.
Life's been good to me.
All right. I'm still not over it. And what I see here, I did not know. David Smith says a topic for After Dark. A couple of idiots snuck into Ace's funeral procession and filmed it. Unfortunately, you can burn, loot, pillage, rape, murder, and beat old people in the streets in this country nowadays and go get a mugshot taken and get released. These two motherfuckers, if I ran the country, would be in prison for 10 years. There is nothing more disgraceful than these fucking cocksuckers that try to get clicks or make a buck off of somebody and somebody's family's fucking tragedy. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. I did not know that. And it's best if I just leave it alone right now. This is hard for me still. Dave.
Yeah, doesn't surprise you, let's be honest. I mean, our favourite word over here is called bail. Because it doesn't matter what you do, you get bail. Yeah, no, once again, like you said, it's still not over it. Unfortunately, like I said, we're living in that period of our lives now. We're going to just keep losing our heroes, which is hard to take. Let's just hope the next one is a long way off. But yeah, it was a great tribute. I mean, Ace was hilarious. We know. I mean, as we've all said before, he'd be a nightmare to work with, but it would have been a hoot to hang around.
Captain Lou.
Yeah, the percentage of my mourning over this whole thing with Ace is kind of like diminished very slightly. I still feel it stronger, like I said, than any other celebrity I've ever known to pass away or whatever. And I guess maybe because Ace was, even though he wasn't selling out arenas, he was still active.
Yeah.
And that's what makes the difference. It wasn't like he disappeared, fell off the radar, then 10 years later you get the announcement, Ace really has passed away on whatever. And I think that's what probably makes it stick more in the, in the feeling, in the gut of people. I think a lot of people feel the way I do.
Looks like Tommy King saw the accidental inclusion on the end of our last video because he says, look who fucking showed up, Lewis. All right. Gigi, Fractured Mirror was always my favorite. Now it brings a lump in her throat amongst many cocks. All right. I had to lighten the mood because I was getting a little down there. So with that in mind, let's pick it up a little bit here and do, in case you all, this is not Vegas, but this came out just a couple of days ago. I'd seen the unboxing by, an internet idiot on KISS FAQ a while ago, but Paul and G did the unboxing of the Alive, and it's pretty cool.
50th anniversary KISS Alive box set. Look at that cover. Look at the back cover. Come on. It's like Christmas.
Oh, look at that. This is Peter's original drumhead artwork. If I'm not mistaken, I think we put glue on and then hand patted the glitter.
Yeah, it's glitter on rubber cement. That's the original.
It's got to be 50 years old.
And this you can put on your turntable. Now we get to the really good stuff, okay? This is KISS Alive as we first got it. It's got all the stuff that you'd expect. It is, in fact, as it originally was. And it sounds friggin' awesome.
Now, by the way, we had yet to get a gold record at this point. This was our fourth release. The first three records did okay. Somebody, may have been our manager, Bill Coyne, said, hey, make this much more of a souvenir of the concert. You should write individual notes to the fans like you were handing it to them. So we did. We all went to a different... These are the actual pieces of paper and our handwriting that did that. Yeah.
Let's talk about bootlegs, okay? Everybody knows what's out there and everybody thinks everything is out there that could be out there. The answer is no. What we have here are concerts. This one is Davenport, Iowa, okay? Doesn't exist anywhere else. And if that's not enough, it was mixed by Eddie Kramer. Eddie has gotten involved, and every one of these live albums that we have in this box are done by Eddie. So it sounds bombastic, and this is true history. I mean, this is too cool.
I haven't seen it before. Oh, that looks really cool. Wow.
A lot of photos that we've never seen before.
Yeah.
And, oh, look here. The Convention Center in Wildwood, New Jersey. Same deal. Eddie Kramer has mixed this, and these are recordings that, to most people's ears, have never existed. So that's one of the outtakes from KISS Alive.
Oh, that's right. Ace Ace is standing over here, and the big finished photo that was known around the world as the cover, he's actually on his knees.
Where was this photo taken?
Kiel?
Michigan Palace.
Michigan Palace.
We were playing Cobo Hall. We ran to the Michigan Palace, and we had a setup on the stage
That's
there.
right. Why did I say Kiel? That's in St. Louis.
Correct. And ran in, did this, and then went back to do our show. Unbelievable, all the cool stuff that's in here. This, bonus live. What do you mean bonus? Everything we have in here is a bonus. So this is rehearsals. This is rehearsals from Davenport. This is the RKO Theater. It's Cleveland, Ohio. It's all kinds of cool stuff. So once again, this is stuff that's beyond rare. This is stuff that doesn't exist.
Repeating. There are no bootlegs of these because the master tapes were never heard by other people other than the vault.
Bill O'Coin, our fifth member, so to speak, our manager, our first manager, had all kinds of amazing visionary ideas like doing Kiss Alive. And he came up with the idea to have a tour book that you could get that was kind of like a souvenir of the show. This is a reprint of the original tour book. The originals are worth a lot of money, and this is just as cool. Okay, ready for the cool stuff?
I can't wait.
Okay, that's what a box would look like. Boxes had a label on the front that would identify the studio and then what was on it. So this is a reprint of one of those, and then comes the good stuff. This book is absolutely crazy. I've heard about this before I saw it. This is loads of photos that have never been out before. Gene, take a look at it. Hey, who's that good-looking guy?
Really amazing stuff. Interviews with people who were there, record company behind the scenes. Really brings back a lot of memories. And by the way, you can smell the ink. This is fresh, hot off the presses.
But wait! If you get it now...
Look at this. It just doesn't end. There's more. And here's what we sometimes call tchotchkes. It's all kinds of things that you would never expect to get, like the original 8x10 photos of the members of the band. There's Ace, there's Peter, there's Gene, there's me, and all this other stuff.
An original ticket.
Yes, far beyond anything that anyone has ever done. And are we proud of it? Hell yeah, this is pretty awesome. Put this in here where it belongs. How about we start loading this stuff back in?
Pretty good idea.
Okay.
I think this is on the bottom.
Whoa.
It's upside down, but that's okay too. Chock full, as they say, to the brim.
You wanted the best. You got the best. There we go. And that.
And then the box, which is heavy all by itself.
Whoa. And it's this cool, like, metallic red. Very
Airtight.
cool. Very cool.
Okay, Lou, you got yourself a box set?
Hell no. I'm afraid I wouldn't mean, I'd love to have it, but number one, I don't have a decent turntable because I just can't leave it in the box. I'd have to play the albums. And number two, I have no idea how much that thing costs. I think that must be upwards of $500 or more.
I haven't paid attention. I don't spend that kind of money because I don't have that kind of money.
I don't have it either.
Dave's rich. You got 3 of these?
Well,
or
wait,
what?
I just want to say one more
Okay,
thing.
go ahead, Lou.
On the way, I had to go get some stuff today, and what comes on the radio? I knew the minute the Cheers started, it was the live version of Rock and Roll All Night, where he goes with Paul's bad grammar. So that's Rock and Roll All Night. The party has began. I'm like, damn, He's like, you're bad with your English, But,
Tommy King says around $500.
There you go. Yeah, I don't have the option to spend that kind of money on that kind of a thing.
The problem is they never release a lot, and then you can double that price within 3 weeks because
Anonymous, that's clever. He says Louis digital turntables are cheap.
Yeah, so and they probably don't play so good. So the final thing I was going to say, I could kick myself in the head for not buying Queen of the Murder Scene for $90 on eBay because now they're more than $300 to get a CD.
Would you like
of
us to
that
kick you in
album.
the head?
interestingly enough, $300 is how much it cost to actually record that album.
I was going to say $300 is what it costs for you to send it to me.
Damn dear. Do you got this box set in triplicate?
No, I don't. Quite often, especially here in Australia, because a lot of this stuff gets sold through the KISS website, and they don't always ship out here for these things. So quite often when I've ever got stuff, it's usually off Discogs later on. And as I said, you can double the price within 4 weeks of it selling out. So, but it's one of those things, if I bought it, I wouldn't play it. So it would just sit, unused.
All right. I would like to have that kind of stuff, but I just don't have that kind of disposable income. And to me, anything that is not, how can I say this? If it's reprinted, remanufactured, re-released, it'd be okay to have, but I don't care if it's not a new release, like a new album. And that's kind of how I always was, like the double platinums and all that stuff. That was an afterthought. That's when I had spare money because I already have those songs on albums. So I wanted to spend my money on the new stuff. Obviously, there won't be any new stuff anymore. But what are you looking for, Lou? I gave you Queen of the Murder Scene.
On CD.
Oh, on CD. Okay. All right.
I don't want to put that album on my crappy turntable and ruin it.
Okay, I see.
But if you're going to play CD, you may as well just play it off one of the streaming services anyway.
Well, Dave, do you usually take the shrink off and listen to your albums when you get a collector's there? You just frame them right away.
Not if it's collector's stuff. I usually buy a normal version of the album.
Because Allie already de-shrink wrapped yours.
Oh, well, I know she did, but they signed it, and that makes it different.
Okay.
So you're not, because anyone who's buying an autographed version, I wouldn't be happy if I bought an autographed version of an album and it was signed on the shrink wrap.
Yeah, that would be a nightmare. Okay. Let's get to some music, shall we? I didn't do a lot of acoustic because I really don't care for acoustic. It's okay, but I got to be in the right mood, honestly, for it to really matter. But I will do part of it because KISS does a little something for Ace. Nothing major, but while we're on the subject, Jesus, God Almighty. I will look for that and get to that in a little bit then.
I just wanted to know that.
Okay, go ahead, Lou.
That a live box set that said Eddie Kramer remixed all those albums. Was that recently or years ago, decades ago when they first?
No, he just recently did these.
Recently did that. Okay.
Yes. Okay, so I'm not sure exactly where it is. I'll find it eventually. But until then, this is just to show you why I decided to do this. I don't care who the band is. And you can call it personal bias all you want. These guys are in their mid-70s. They have not played in 2 fucking years. There is no mistaking anywhere on the live concert, electric or the unplugged. There are no tracks. There is not one fucking thing, and it is crystal clear because they stop in the middle of notes and songs and talk. This is how they sound now. And I mean to tell you, this was, is, and always will be the greatest fucking live band of all time, bar none. And this will give you a good idea.
I could write a song like that. If you're going to steal from the best. So this one's called Hotter Than Hell. 1, 2, 3, 4.
By the way, this must be the new cheap travel lighting because it looks badass. This is exactly what the Warning used in Minneapolis, these LED light bars, and they're bright and vivid as fuck. But now that I'm seeing KISS do this on a little travel thing, it must be just a cheap lighting rig for people to take, but it looks cool.
Come on! Good teamwork, hotter than hell.
Okay, kids, and I'm referring to you kids in the comment section, chat room. Grow up. We got two of you feuding with each other, and if you were close enough, I'd smack both of you in the fucking head. This is a good time tribute to one of the greatest the greatest band of all time. Let's have fun. Let's enjoy Kiss and put your petty shit in the rearview mirror. Louis, hotter than fucking hell.
That was pretty groovy. It's just like what's this thing called? Landlocked, they call it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's supposed to be their cruise, but
yeah, cruising thing. It's had that same visual look. Not that the stage looks exactly the same, but the way the angles from, the sound, how the stage is, adorned with things, and Eric Singer in that back over there, whatever. Sometimes they did the shows with their makeup on. They did the cruise shows without makeup and all that. So it's very much like being on a KISS cruise that you could walk away from and not worry about being stranded in the middle of the ocean.
As cool as, what's it cost? I think when they actually do the ship cruise, it's like $6,000 or something per person or something. If I had the money, maybe, but I always hated the idea, even like Carnival cruises and shit, because you can only look at so much scenery. The ship moves like a fucking inch an hour, and other than eating food nonstop, or if they got a casino, what the fuck are you going to do? I'd rather it be in Vegas. Take in a show and then go out and fucking do whatever.
I would rather, if I had to pay $6,000 to go on a KISS cruise or something, it has to be guaranteed. I get 15 minutes with them to complain about a lot of shit. You gotta let me. If I'm gonna pay that kind of money, you gotta let me complain. Say, you did this album wrong. You put the wrong song here. You should have put this one at the end. All this other stuff. Your Kiss Alive 2 sucks compared to Kiss Alive. Everything else, because it's like Kiss Alive 2 sounds like it's been hurried and rushed. Like, oh, we want to get this over with. That's what it sounds like,
And that's when the bodyguards would say, "Hey, Luke, come over. Look over the deck here. See what's out in the water." And then
that's exactly what I mean. I wouldn't get my 15 minutes to complain to them.
Okay, Vake, I don't know who was at fault or not. I saw bickering between you and Tommy King. I don't know the specifics because it bores me, but I just saw people getting a little testy. So whatever. It is what it is. If you're not fighting, fine. It just looked like it, and I don't need it. Dave, hotter than hell. Oh, by the way, Tommy King said, how come it sounds like they're actually sound decent? Are you on fucking drugs? This is KISS. Why are you fucking surprised? Paul will always struggle because his throat has been destroyed. Surgery couldn't fix it. But he sounds very good.
No.
It's got to do with 2 years off with no singing.
No. I think he's referring to the audio sound quality that has a nice, deep, resonating tone.
Wow, that's believe me, I scoured. There's a bunch of people that got these. This is the best quality I could get. And while it's good, it's muffled.
It's muffled.
I hope
it's
they
not
put out
tinny sounding.
Yeah, I hope they put out a Blu-ray or something of it, because some of the songs they play on here, plus just they sound great. It's amazing to me that at this age they can still just come up there, have a couple rehearsals, and boom.
You know what, Rob? You should slap yourself now.
Why?
I hope they put out a Blu-ray or something. This is KISS we're talking about.
Oh, of course there'll be a Blu-ray. There'll probably be a Blu-ray and then a Red Ray and a HD Ray and yeah.
Gee, all right. Could we make money off it? Oh yeah, I think we'll release this. All done. It'll happen. I think Paul actually sounded all right. I think let's be honest, he struggled at the end, and I think that couple of years off has probably done him the world of good.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he would have been out there doing any singing of any kind. So I think he sounded all right. This, Hotter Than Hell, I didn't like that much when I was growing up. Yeah, I know. Off the album, it wasn't one of my favorites.
See, everybody always liked Firehouse, and I always preferred
I don't like that. I don't like Firehouse either. So I'm very finicky with the early stuff.
I love when Alive that they have Hotter Than Hell going into Firehouse. It's like this one big kind of thing. Like Detroit Rock City goes into King of the Nighttime World. I don't think they ever played that song when they did the Alive album. when they recorded on stage, that they did those songs back to back. I think that was an Eddie Kramer idea to blend those two songs together.
I don't think either one of those shows, Alive 1 or 2, that are in sequential order. In fact, I know Alive 2 is not, because they left out, the stuff that was already on Alive 1.
I'm going to start an argument too. Alive 2 is better than Alive.
No, it isn't.
Yeah.
My Alive 2 is better than Alive.
The one that came out is better.
No way. Kiss Alive is the quintessential Alive with Kiss Live album.
Hey, Scotty's coming in.
Oh, Scotty.
Scotty.
He's dressed like an adult.
Louis was just saying that Scott likes Alive 2 better than Alive 1.
I did when I was young, but as I've gotten older, that's changed.
So you're an Alive 1 guy, Lou's an Alive 1 guy. Me and Dave prefer Alive 2, but me and Dave also prefer Symphony over all of them.
Oh, no. No, I can't.
No,
I like
Scotty,
it's
Alive is the best.
Yeah.
You Australian hater, you?
I think, if I ain't mistaken, that I had Alive 2 before Alive 1.
I did.
But my friend had the Alive 1, it lived right up above me. And I'd heard it. But just looking at the Alive 2 while you're listening to it as a kid is just, and the way they look.
Yeah.
I like
the songs are better on Alive 2.
I don't know. I think that
for me, because for me, I prefer Destroyer Rock and Roll over Love Gun versus self-titled Hotter Than Hell Dressed to Kill.
Can I just say something?
And I have that when I was younger too.
And I will say something.
Scotty, I'm getting a bit worried about your attire these days. Like, you're starting to look like a really grown-up, posh kind of guy. What's going on?
Oh, yeah. Jay Bake was wondering if you just got released from county.
Like a disco duck kind of guy.
Man, I might have, dude.
Yeah. So anyway, I was going to say.
I mean, look at you.
The thing about Kiss Alive is they took all those songs from those first 3 albums and pumped them up with steroid and interjected them and made them these big, great, bombastic things. Whereas Kiss Alive 2, they took songs that were better sounding, better recorded, and then thinned them out and played them too fast. And it just kind of weak. The Live 2 versions of those studio versions are so much weaker, and Alive was stronger than those other 3.
If the production would have been better on Alive 2, I could argue.
Yeah, that's why I keep trying to push for you guys to listen to my version of Alive 2 that's on the internet, where I took all the shows that had the best sound quality and put them together. And Paul sounds totally cool when he's talking to the crowd. There's more audience engagement in that thing. The songs sound better. Like, every song is like Detroit Rock City, King of the Nighttime World. Plus I have Take Me, Do You Love Me? All those extra songs that are not on Alive 2, and it can fill actual 45
And where can all this be found?
On my channel. Just type in Kiss Alive 2, the Alive 2 Kiss Should Have Done, and you'll find it. Unfortunately, there's no picture. I didn't know how to do a slideshow thing, so it's just a black screen. It's just predominantly for the ears. It is so much better than the official release of Alive 2.
Just avoid his transgender stuff.
Yeah, just avoid that. That's like a test of the system.
Scotty, Gigi says that's a good color on you.
Oh, thank you. Where is the rest of them at?
He looks like the guy from Disturbed.
Darren has his family Thanksgiving tonight, and Gigi's hanging out in the comments because she hates Kiss. So she's just here to talk trash. Yeah, she can't.
She really?
We don't know why she's not in.
For real?
She fucking hates him.
She does? Wow.
Anonymous 1. True story. Gene hit me with a fire hose spray in the first level handicap section in Louisville in my wheelchair, beginning of Hotter Than Hell, and brought me backstage as an apology. How fucking awesome is that?
Yeah, man.
You should take that fire hose out to fucking Portland. Never mind. We won't go there. Okay. So yeah, besides, so Darren won't be here. Family stuff. Gigi hates Kiss. And what we've been through so far is they had an outstanding. If you haven't seen it yet, either Google it or just watch this back later. Scott, I started out.
I will.
Their Ace Frehley tribute album. They put together tribute song. They did Fractured Mirror. They ripped me off. But they added sound bites and videos through it of Ace's whole fucking life and career. It was fucking fabulous. Louis was crying. But other than that, we did Hotter Than Hell from their Plugged In show in Vegas. I think that's where we're at now, right? Oh, we did Paul and Gene did the unboxing of the Alive box set. So I put that on there too. So you haven't missed much yet. All right. By the way, how was your Thanksgiving, Scotty?
It was good, man. I mean, I eat too much like always. How was you guys, man? I mean, y'all have a good one?
I always say I'm not going to eat a lot, and then people keep fucking bringing shit over when I'm already pushed away and done, and then I end up miserable for 2 fucking days.
Yeah.
Louis had a good Thanksgiving. Dave hates America, so he doesn't do anything for Thanksgiving.
There you go. Yeah.
Well, here, this is right up Lou and Scotty's Alive 1 rants and a song I know you both love. So here we go. Okay, J-Bake, am I the only one not really hearing Tommy's guitar until that last riff? I hear Paul. I don't know. It depends on where this is shot in the arena. If you've ever danced around, and I'm sure you have, from side to side, get different looks. Certain instruments are louder on certain sides. That being said, when I saw the Vegas residency, I was front row, and I was disappointed and shocked because I could actually hear Tommy's pick on the strings because the volume was so low on his guitar until the solos. So I don't know what the deal is with that. KISS usually has top-notch mixing, but again, this is a video not professionally done in one side of the arena, so who knows. But Scotty, you just got here, watching you, 2025, 70 plus years old for Gene and Paul. Absolutely fabulous, I thought. What did you think?
Yeah, fantastic, man. Literally fantastic, dude. They played the song at the tempo the song's supposed to be played. He sung the song perfectly. He didn't overdo the song. He didn't really have to strain his voice trying to get too high. That's, something I wish they would have thought about for years, especially Paul. Just sing the song at a low tempo like you do it on the album, with the exception of Crazy Nights and shit like that. But anyway, I thought they done a great job. It sounded perfect. Like I said, it's played like it's supposed to be played. That's what I want to hear.
Yeah.
And they sounded, for their age, it sounded just as good as the End of the Road tour, man. I mean, it sounded good. I thought it sounded great, as a matter of fact. So, yeah, thumbs up for that, man. I love the song too. So,
hey, whoa. J-Bake says, hey, Fatima. I'm sorry. It sounds better in my head, Fatima. I'm sorry if that's wrong. If that's the case, I haven't seen her since the warning a long time ago. What brings you back? I didn't see her even pop up in the chat. All right. Lou, watching you.
Yeah, watching you. One of the great KISS songs from KISS Alive, better than any other song on KISS Alive 2. You can't honestly name one song from KISS Alive 2 that could defeat Watching You, She, Come On and Love Me, Black Diamond, 100,000 Years. You can't
Making
beat
Love.
those fucking songs. Now, as far as the performance tonight, I would have preferred they played it a little bit faster, but they did a good job. And Scotty, did you have fried turkey or oven roasted?
I had a little bit of both.
Good. Which do you like better?
I'm a oven all night roasted turkey. I like it a little bit better.
I like fried. Ever since I tried fried, I never liked it any other way. I mean,
I wanted to always try that, but when that became a thing, I heard everybody was blowing up their freaking deep fryers, and I just
that shit don't happen. If anything's happening, you got to be doing something deliberately stupid, because you just follow the instructions, and you'll be fine.
Know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Down Under Dave, watching you. You're muted.
I thought we were talking about turkey. Thought we turned into a cooking show. How to fry a turkey with Louis. I think once again, I think they sounded great. I hear what J-Bake was saying about not hearing Tommy's guitar much, but like you said, especially with these, phone videos, as you said, which way you point the camera makes a big difference to what you're actually hearing. So, yeah. Like I said, I know you watch them doing this stuff and you think, could they go out again? Could we see another tour?
If they did, it would be something like this, a one-off here and there without the makeup. They make that crystal clear. I can't begrudge them that. They said they're done touring. That's it. They didn't say they couldn't play a show here or there. I mean, people just get ridiculous with that.
What I'd love to see, though, is if they did something like that without makeup, is bring Bruce back in as well.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that would be fabulous. Yeah, well, let's have another blast from the past. Okay, Lou. Tommy King says you are absolutely wrong. Parasite Live could beat Watching You.
I saw that comment. Tommy, stop the drugs, because even though Parasite's really cool and I enjoy it, it doesn't hold a candle to the live version of Watching You. That song is pivotal, fantastic, and so fucking awesome. It's so epic. And the other thing is, what we just heard proves that my Kiss Alive 2 is better than the original release, because mine has Take Me on it. That one doesn't have it. My version has it. That is already an extra point. So many extra points about mine. Paul talks cool to the audience. It's got Take Me. It's got Hooligan. It's got Flamin' Youth. It's, how could you not love that album with those fucking songs included that Kiss did not put on the original Alive 2? I rest my fucking case.
If anybody has been missing the Lou we all know and love, just make sure you tune into the Kiss videos. Anonymous, what would have happened if Kiss Alive 2 would have been named Frampton Who?
Wow. God.
All right, Dave, we'll start with you. Take Me, one that has not been heard by my ears live ever.
No,
not in person. Not in person.
No, and I must say, most of the live performances I've seen, you don't see them do this one. Great song from a great album. I think we talked once before. You said, people look at the first three Kiss albums as being the,
trilogy,
the pinnacle,
the Holy Grail.
I sort of think Destroy, Rock and Roll Over Love Gun was a lot better.
Me too.
I hold them all the same pretty much in first six, but that's
that's where I came in as well, which makes a big difference.
Where people like to say that the split happened with the poppier stuff, I Was Made for Loving You, and then of course the Unmasked stuff. The first split really happened after Destroyer, because the original three diehard album Kiss fans thought that was way too polished. They didn't like the fucking direction of Destroyer, Rock and Roll Over Love Gun. They wanted that dark garage band sound of the first three albums.
Yeah.
All right, Louis.
What?
It's your turn on Take Me.
I already said that song
wouldn't.
was in the show, and that's what makes mine better.
Oh, you were just okay. Never mind. Go ahead, Scotty.
Yeah.
Perfect, man. They played it just like it's supposed to be played. I mean, what the fuck have you guys been doing all these fucking years, man? Paul sung it at a humble voice that worked. He didn't strain his voice doing all that high pitch hollering and shit. He can't do it now, I'm sure, but why haven't you been doing this for years, man?
I completely agree with you. He's even admitted when he found out that his voice was better than God's himself in the 80s, he abused it and did shit, even though it didn't fit the song and didn't need to be there, especially live, and he paid for it in the long run. J-Bay pointed it out that he's liking these performances because Paul's just singing. He's not straining. He's not trying to do vocal gymnastics. And believe me, I'm guilty. I loved every second of it through the 80s. I never heard anybody then or since be able to do what he did live, but it came at a tremendous price.
And understandably, but still, if he's talking to the wrong people or the wrong fans is just telling him what he wants to hear, man, the fans that want to hear the songs played and sung like the albums they listen to, that's what they're doing here. That's what I've always wanted them to do. Don't speed it up. Don't change the damn thing. Sing it like you're doing on the album. Don't be throwing extra, Detroit Rock City was one of the worst. He would just, after every verse, just look, sing it, man. Because people are singing along to the fucking song, and he would just lose your ass all concert long. This is the way I've always wanted to hear it. I think they done an excellent fucking job. Fucking perfect, man. I mean, especially for now. Love the song.
All right. I have got Y'all know the band Bruce plays with. It's got that. It says Tommy Kearns is a singer or something like that. He's really good. He's always up there with Kulik, and Kulik's band is the singer. They've also got a band called the Handsome Devils that did play on this, and they did 80s KISS. And so I thought I'd do something a little off the cuff here, still on the cruise.
Taking you all the way to an album called Animalize. Goes like this.
Okay, they've sounded better, but I just wanted to put that in there because it's a cool KISS song that you'll probably never hear KISS do. Scotty, Handsome Devils.
Hell yeah, man. Damn right, dude. That was fucking fantastic. I've never heard anybody play that live.
Oh, somebody said it down here. They just killed this era of KISS, and that's why I love when Bruce is on the cruises, because his band has got this guy as a singer, and the bass player they have sings really good Gene Simmons stuff. They're a fabulous 80s KISS band.
Oh, that was fucking awesome, man. I mean, dude, they played it to perfection. That's got to be a hell of a song to pull off. I mean, literally, it's a powerhouse song with some speed to it. The vocals cannot be easy. This guy was singing his fucking ass off, even the long carry out part. Dude, that was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Literally, they played it perfect, man. I'm telling you, man, that is my favorite song on Animalize still to this day. Fucking A, dude. That was wicked. That's all I can say.
Their whole
Awesome.
set is on YouTube. It's fabulous. Lou.
I thought the band instrumentally nailed it perfectly. I thought the vocalist was serviceable, that he sang the song in a respectful way.
Like I said, he sounded better. I think he had an off night.
Yeah, not to go too much over the top. He kept it like in a safe zone. That is a song that KISS has played live, and it's on my KISS Alive 5. It's a V. it's a V, Roman numeral V5, which I created using from songs from Animalize to Hot in the Shade. That spectrum of songs for my KISS Alive 5 live versions of all songs from, not all the songs, but from that era. So that's all I got for that one.
Okay, and just special announcement, Toons Brothers is the opening act for the Louis Brasilio show that comes just after this. A great comment here by Christopher. You simply cannot comprehend 70s KISS unless you were there. I back that up 110%. You may think you can capture the essence by listening to albums and watching YouTube videos. You have no fucking clue what those of us who were there, and I was young and I understood. It was as big as a NASA launching, as big as a new president-elect. When KISS was anywhere remotely in the news or near your town, the town turned upside fucking down. This is the biggest thing since the Beatles and Elvis. None of you, if you are born in the earliest of 80s, will never have any idea of how massive that band was.
No
Dave,
shit.
Handsome Devils.
Oh, thank you. I thought you wanted my. Oh, yeah. I thought you were calling me a handsome devil. That was very nice, Rob. You're quite sweet yourself. First, I want to ask Louis, when's the box set coming out? Because I would like a Louis edition box set of all the Alive albums.
Sorry, you just got to go to YouTube and watch them.
I prefer the physical media.
No, I don't have that. I mean, I got CDs, but I haven't packaged anything, and I won't.
I think you should package them. Give them. I'll print them out on my printer.
It's free on YouTube. I got KISS Live 2, 3, 4, and 5. My versions. No, I figured that the symphony's a standalone thing. I can't extract other things to recreate something different.
Thank God our symphony's safe, Rob. Yeah, I think they did a really good job. I think when you listen to the vocals, you just appreciate how great Paul was back in that time. Because it's not an easy song to sing, and Paul can nail those
it's
things.
not. I mean,
no.
That whole song, whether you're drumming or playing or singing, it's just going. There's no breaks. There's no time to take a breath. Maybe that's why they left it out of the set, over the years, because it would take a lot every night to do that song.
Especially when you put the kind of concerts on that KISS do, it's not like they just stand there and go like the Beatles did in the old days.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I did see someone poo-pooing the Animalize concert. I do not like that, referring to the MTV one, because I agree with Christopher Cunningham. It was a cool fucking show. It was awesome. I'll never forget the first time I seen it, and the logos that's coming up one letter at a time, and each guy's in a fucking letter of the band, and they got that that thing.
Yeah, that's the air drumming thing.
Yes, the intro to War Machine live should have been on the fucking album, and that's how they introed that whole thing as it was going through. It was just an unbelievable. Did they play a little fast? Sure. The solos were killer. I love the stage, as simplistic as it was. I was there as a very young person, not at that show, but seeing that freaking platform come down with the smoke pillaring out after they run up those ramps to the top of the leg truss. Man, it was a great show. You're
Yes.
picking, man. Stop. I realize it was 1980 fucking 4 or 5, whatever. I mean, come on, people. It was a great
Yeah.
show. Okay. So, should we get to a little Q&A? Because there was some interesting stuff on there.
Yeah, I guess now's a good time to hear them talk about stuff.
All right. Well, then let's do this. Back to this folder here. I really should start putting this shit all in the same spot. It would be much easier.
How many of you knew that Watching You was on their very first demo? Those first 5 songs they made for
I have a cassette of that.
yeah.
Strutter,
That was
Deuce,
on the
Watching You, and I forget the other, like 5
Black Diamond,
songs.
Black Diamond, and Firehouse.
Yeah, and Watching You was the part that they saved at the end where it goes dun, 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 goes like that through the whole song.
It makes you wonder why they didn't use it on the first album. You know, even though it fits Hotter Than Hell, but it was on their very first demo for
they could have
Kramer.
left Love Theme for Kiss out of there, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, that would have been a better choice to put Watching You instead.
All right, here's some Q&A from the boys.
KISS!
How was last night? Pretty cool. Before we get going, and we've got, a lot of questions and answers, I just wanted to apologize to Bruce, because last night, with everything going on and it being exciting and it being a big adrenaline rush, first I was surprised when Bruce was out there. I didn't remember he was coming out, and then I forgot to give him his due, because Bruce not only is a member of the family, Bruce was an important member of the band. So apologies for not giving him his credit last night.
Well, let's continue and talk about last night. How was it being on stage again after 2 years almost of not playing?
Gene would say it didn't suck.
Gene, what?
He says you would say it didn't suck.
It didn't suck. You know, the best thing, we congratulate ourselves. You know, you played so well. We love being together. It's a little gay. But we really enjoy being together. But I got to tell you, we've recognized lots of your beautiful faces over the years, and it means so, I know this is cornball, but to us it means so much that on this long journey, over half a century, that a lot of you have stuck by us, and that means the world to us. Thank you.
You know, it was special for us because we know, and there's no false modesty. Gee, we're really good as a band and really solid. And you can put smoke bombs on stage, and you can put on makeup and boots and all that stuff. And at the end of the day, a crappy band is a crappy band. And for us to get up and play just like this, it feels really good. It feels really good for us.
You know, when we played the first song, Deuce, last night, we got through it, song ended, you guys reacted the way you reacted. It was loud, and I knew right then that, wow, yeah, we did it. And you guys, the way you reacted, it confirmed it, that it was great, and we felt good about that, so.
I mean, obviously we didn't want to let you down. You are the core, I said last night, you're the blood in this band. So,
all right. I need to be front and center here. The reason I was looking forward to starting this, because I knew at the beginning of this, Paul apologized for his overlook of Bruce the night before, who played, by the way, on one song, stood way off to the other side of Tommy and was as unnoticeable as possible. One can see how Paul didn't even remember he was out there. Could we stop with the Gene told Paul? You motherfuckers who think you know Paul Stanley so well make me puke. You have no fucking clue. Because he had differences with Ace Frehley and Peter Criss and voiced his side of it, for better, for worse, for right, or for wrong, doesn't give you the right to think you know Paul Stanley and he somehow purposely fucking dissed Bruce Kulick last night. And if you really think Gene can tell Paul what to do, you haven't been paying attention to KISS for the last 50 fucking years. All right, so let's stop with that bullshit. If you want to bash Paul, fine. Do it factually. Don't make shit up, all right? There's no way Paul would have let him on stage to play a song with KISS if he had no intention of even looking at him or acknowledging him on purpose because he didn't want him there, all right? End of story. Honest mistake. It happens, especially when Bruce didn't make himself known to anybody on stage. He stood over like animalized Bruce, a tree playing in a corner. So let's just back off that, all right? That's enough of that crap.
we wanted to be as good as we are. You know, interesting for us after 2 years to get into a rehearsal room, and it's like riding a bike. We are who we are, and as soon as we plug in, that's what we sound like. So it's pretty cool, and then to share that with you, just awesome.
Eric wants to say something.
Yeah, I just want to say that Gene hadn't been on stage for 2 years. He couldn't find the monitor desk. Right, Paul? Here's Gene yesterday. I can't see you out there. He put a light on. And Paul walks over and he goes, Gene, the monitor's over there.
Wait until you turn 76.
But you're going to be 77.
Yeah.
He's going to be 77 in August.
I have to say you're doing very well for 76, don't you guys think?
77, and boy, does he look good.
Gene, they wrote a song about you, 76 trombones.
I fucked Jericho backstage. I'm still good.
Again. One thing that we all love about the KISS Kruise and this KISS Kruise in land is when you guys play, you do a few kind of rarities. And I think last night when you guys did Take Me, that was unbelievable.
You know, it's really funny because some of our songs are not really age appropriate anymore. I couldn't imagine writing a song today, put your hand in my pocket, grab onto my rocket, you know. So, nice place to visit, but I wouldn't want to live there.
Gene, what does that lyric mean? I don't understand it.
Gene says, put your hand in my pocket and find that little blue pill and then grab a hold of my rocket.
Okay, quick break, boys. That's a good point because I'd mentioned that before because Sebastian had a new song, I don't know, last year or whatever. Really good song. But the video was like a sleazy 80s video, like he's still 25 years old, and it just looked ridiculous. The Rolling Stones had that video a year or two ago with like these chicks a quarter of their age. Ace Frehley with his which video was it? Cherry Medicine. Well, I'm thinking, dudes, you realize you look like a guy from the I've Fallen and Can't Get Up commercial compared to these girls.
Yeah.
Couldn't you find something else to sing about is my point. I mean, Paul,
That's
you're
tough,
hearing
man.
it from Paul himself. Okay, look, that's ridiculous. I would never do that now. But these guys were still writing shit like that.
Yeah, and this is the way you look at it. If you're gonna make videos, you can't have a bunch of 60-year-old women out there, man, and fucking, you know, yeah, but you know,
Priest
man,
never had women out there. Black Sabbath, AC/DC, none of these bands showcased women.
yeah, but they didn't really sing about that a lot, though.
I think that's what he was saying, though. It's not the video. That's just what made me cringe. What he's saying is, I couldn't imagine writing a song like that at my age now. It's
writing it, yeah, but you know, sex, drugs, and rock and roll, man, it goes hand in hand, regardless of how old you get. If you still have a career that you can afford to tour and people still come to see you, man, I'm going to expect it. I mean, it's like, you know, one goes with the other, man. You know, that's just my take on it. It doesn't bother my eyes.
Well, no,
it
just, I think we're just coming at it two different. You're always that sex, drugs, and rock and roll. I'm always sex and rock and roll till you're about 50, then just rock and roll. Drugs never enters in the equation for me. Vacant Heart has a great comment. If you need a pill, just stop.
Yeah. I agree with that one. No, I agree with that one.
Okay. Any thoughts so far, Dave, Louie? I thought I saw you raising your hand, Lou. That's kind of why I stopped.
Nah, that was earlier. I just want to stretch out a little bit. Dave can go first.
Oh, what do you want me to say about all that?
Nothing. I just stopped it real quick to address that because that's something that's always kind of struck me as odd why bands continue to act like there's some 25-year-old rock star writing about getting ass.
Well,
you don't want to face getting old.
Well, you can sing about different stuff, though. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you tend to mature your lyrics up a little bit.
It's hard to write things sometimes, though. That's the easy way out.
Yeah, that's why you get songwriters. Okay, anything more before we get back to it? Nothing?
Let's get into it. Sorry.
Go ahead, Lou.
I was going to say, are there going to be questions from the audience, or is it just going to be about? All right. Well, I'll just say this now. If I was in that audience and I was allowed to ask a question, I would just say, Gene, have you come to realize after all these years that the rock and roll over version of "See You in Your Dreams" is better than on your solo album?
Again, why you're never allowed to these events.
That's a good one, Louie.
Woo! I'm gonna put my log in the fireplace. You're like a modern day Socrates. I don't care. I love me.
I mean, we can see the chemistry that you guys have. You're having so much fun joking. It was like that, the acoustic set as well. I mean, you guys are really enjoying being together again as a band and as friends.
Well, we've been together, what, 20, 30 years. And we have a ball. I mean, we really, it's, you know, bands talk about being family and that they all love each other. We have a ball together, and that's why we've been together as long as we have. It's fun.
Tommy, you had fun with me today at that Name That Tune, didn't you?
Oh, sure. You know, I get a little worried at rehearsal sometimes because we decide, okay, we're going to run through the set, okay? So we play the first song, it ends, and I thought we're going to go into the next song, and all of a sudden, of course, Eric has to start talking about something automatically after the song, and then, of course, Gene has to chime in with jokes and all that. I'm thinking, we're never going to get through this. I mean, can we just play the songs?
Okay, rehearsal is no different than playing live. We'll be, like last night, I'm going, okay, we're going to do a song, you hear in the background, motherfucker, what are you doing? And it's Eric going crazy behind.
I want to kill the monitor engineer. Where's that? I'm going to kill him. Get him over here.
Hold on. To be fair, the snare drum had broken the first song, 3 sets of in-ear monitors kept going out during the show, so I was having a difficulty.
It's like, quiet down, chipmunk.
So we're going to pepper in some of your guys' questions as well. It looks like we've got a lineup of you waiting patiently. So why don't we take a question right off the gate right now? There he is.
Hello, this is Gerardo from Monterrey, Mexico. And I have a question. What do you feel when you see children as a new fans, like your legacy is still growing? And as a fan, I want to tell you, we miss you a lot.
Quesadilla.
I think he said, how does it feel that your legend is still growing with new fans and older fans, but it's becoming so many generations and a lot of new younger fans as well.
You know, we've always had KISS Army, which started, as you know, in Terre Haute, Indiana. And, but this is a tribe. This is a whole different, what it's grown into is a launching pad for other bands and for people who want to be doctors. You know, it's amazing because we'll meet people who say, I kicked drugs because of you guys. I went to college because of you guys. You know, turned their lives around. Or there's people in other bands. And it's not a matter of copying what we do. It's taking that spirit to become who you want to be. So it's great to have people out there who are musicians who don't sound anything like us, but were inspired by us. So, you know, I hope everybody here takes that home and lives it. The idea that you can be anything you want to be if you work hard.
Okay. Real quick here, good question. I think Lou already answered his. But J-Bake says, what question would each of the Toons brothers ask KISS if given a chance? Gigi says her question would be, what did you feel you missed out on in life due to your success? And I wouldn't think much at their age. Now, someone like The Warning, missing out on their teen years as a child in school, that's different. But I mean, KISS was in their 20s. They had done their thing. They were living the dream. But that's her question. Lou, you said you'd want to know if Gene realized his rock and roll version would be better than his solo.
Yeah,
Scott, anything you would legitimately want to ask the panel there if you had a shot?
Yeah, I would probably ask something about, you guys are, you worked your ass off the first 3 albums, and Alive, you finally hit it big, and then you kept climbing, till you got the biggest band in the damn world, literally the hottest band in the world. What desire did y'all have? Why? Because you had made it big? Did you see fit to put out I Was Made for Loving You? Because but yeah, man, because look, dude, you've got a fan base it's fucking just a pack of dogs, bro. Why at that particular time when disco is already about gone, literally time it turns 1980, it's pretty much gone. Why would you do that? But it'd be tough to ask them something like that. That probably wouldn't be a good vibe right there. Why did you let Peter Criss and Gene do those experimental solo albums when y'all should have had a contract out saying this has to be not what you like. This has got to be KISS. We got a fan now, enormous fan base. We do not want to alienate them at all. I would probably put some hard questions to it, man. Not the candy coated shit.
Yeah, but to that one, I could say the reason they did the solo albums is to keep Ace and Peter in the band. So for
Yeah.
They were already dissatisfied with the direction Kiss was taken. So if you say this has to be a Kiss album, they say, well, what the fuck's the point of me doing this album then?
No, it don't have to be technically a Kiss album, but you've got to keep it in the Kiss range. It's got to be rock. It's got to be hard rock.
I agree with you, but I'm
You
just
know-
saying, I think that's why. I mean, to help to make them spread their, wings as personal, private, whatever, instrumentalists, or in this case, vocalists. See what they
Yeah,
can do.
but then I've heard that. I've heard what you said. And I've heard it another way too. I've heard that it was actually in their contract that they had to do solo albums. I've heard both sides of this. They done it because the band was splintering, and I've heard it that was in the contract that they signed with Casablanca that they had to do it. I would love to really know which one of them's the truth.
But Scotty, you had a meet and greet with Gene Simmons, didn't you?
Yeah.
Did you ask him?
No, I wasn't thinking that deep, and we didn't have that much time. But I did ask him, what was his favorite album to do, and of course, it was the first one.
Jay Bake is making a note to himself that if he ever attends a meet and greet with Scotty, he makes sure that he gets his questions and gets his picture before he starts question asking.
Yeah.
I want to address the Gigi question. Who in particular was he addressing that question to? Because Paul always talked about his life was nothing but misery until he achieved success, and he still has misery in it anyway, And Gene was very happy to become the big guy of KISS and making all that money. So I don't think they missed out on anything, because they were not really happy until KISS exploded for them.
Yeah, but you got to understand, Gigi's not a KISS fan. That's why she's not here. So she ain't going to have that great of a question. Mine would be kind of piggybacking Scott, just to make it really quick, since Scott talked for an hour. It would be just, why did you decide through the 80s you had to be trend chasers instead of trend setters? Because KISS in the 70s, even when it wasn't working, they did it their fucking way until it did work. So instead of saying our ticket sales are down, we had to cancel this tour, why not just book smaller tours, go out overseas where you're still huge, do whatever you have to do, being yourself, like AC/DC, instead of doing like Aerosmith and chasing the fad. That would be it. Dave?
Yeah, well, I mean, to Scotty, why did you release the most successful single you've ever released? I don't know. Silly question, but
and kill your fucking fan base in the process.
It didn't, because most of those fans are still with
yes,
them now.
it did.
Are you still with them?
It did here.
Scott,
it did here.
Are you still
50 years.
Lot, yeah, I am,
years.
because I was a kid. I didn't see it like that then. Hell, I was only 9 years old.
Hey, I'll look at it this way. If any band can destroy their fan base and last 50 years, they did something right.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they got back on track.
Did you have a question you wanted to pose to them?
Yeah.
Do you think the reunion tour was a mistake?
Yes, I do.
No.
They'll never say that, because it made them multi-hundred.
Hell no.
Because you had the most talented lineup of the band
Yes.
ever, and you split it up.
And let's face it, since Revenge, there has not been a creatively good KISS album ever again.
Yeah, I can say that.
I mean, there's been some albums with some high spots, but Revenge is the last solid KISS album.
Yeah, solid.
I just want to get to that thing. I forgot us with Stones, KISS, aging, young chicks, and they're old and everything. Girls don't see things the way guys do. Okay,
Doesn't matter.
Girls are like, these are rock stars. You could be a handsome, young, middle income kind of person, or you could be an old rock star. Girls want the rock star, no matter what their age is.
That doesn't mean you got to partake in the buffet when you're full. I will never see it that way, because maybe it's because I had way more than my share when I was age appropriate to be having stuff, and pre-age appropriate, really. But the older I got, the more it just seemed pathetic when guys were chasing tail.
I did too.
And when you're
I
rich
understand.
and famous, I get the appeal of a hot young model. But to me, knowing that the only fucking reason this chick is with me is for my money and fame, my erection would fade quicker than you could fucking blink. That's charity to me. That's not, oh, I'm this hot dude that she wants. It's pathetic. I just
That'd be a good song title, Rob.
Huh?
That's why
That's a good song title right there.
Yeah.
My erection will fade.
I mean, most guys are geared towards sticking it in any hole they can find till they're in the grave. I by 40 years old, I could give two shits, and I don't regret it. I'm happier without it. My mind is clear without it. I have so much more time for other things without the fucking chase and the I hate it.
Are you sure you put your name in the right order? That you're not really Father Rob?
Anyway, I've had this comment on the screen for a long time because it's a very good comment from Christopher. Jericho always making sure to put the mic up to his mouth whenever he fake laughs is annoying. Here's my thing, and you're absolutely right. I noticed it immediately, and I noticed it on his Talk of Jericho show. I notice it on any time he's got a microphone in his face. Here's the thing. I grew up on Jericho long before Tommy King, who loves him from WWE. I grew up with him on WCW, the Better Wrestling Federation. And he was absolutely hilarious. He was comic relief with attitude. But as a person out of wrestling, he's the biggest egotistical, fucking annoying jackass you'd ever want to fucking run across or not run across. He's an absolute look at me, self-promotion, Louis Bersilio type of guy on steroids.
Yeah, but I deliver the fucking goods, man. I promote the work I've done.
Okay. Let's get back to the boys.
Everybody talks about your dreams and aspirations and ambitions and other big words. So here we are, over half a century, still, we're still here. There have been lots of heartbreak. Devastation was Ace's passing. We were all there, Peter, Paul, myself, and we continued because the legacy of KISS has to continue. And despite the fact what some of you may think that this is the sunset, I promise you, this is the beginning. This is the caterpillar that's going to become the beautiful butterfly. We've seen plans for the future, and it will blow your mind. And we can't even talk about it because it's difficult to describe it. But I can tell you that the excitement begins in a few weeks when we're going to be in Washington, D.C., and we're going to be honored by Kennedy Center Honors, and I don't even think I can announce who's going to be walking out first and hosting and singing.
Lots of good people.
Yeah.
But who saw the avatars, the current ones that was at that Q&A with Doc and all the people from Pop House? The avatars look identical to photos of us. It's not what anybody saw at Madison Square Garden. Really, the idea there was kind of, we had mixed feelings about it because those didn't resemble what the avatars are going to be. It was kind of a way to show everybody that things will continue. But anybody who was in that room yesterday, day before, and saw what those avatars look like, they're us. They're us 40 years ago.
Amazing.
I look really good.
Let's do another question from the other side over here.
No, they're over there, honey.
Hi, my name is Peter Christian Papalardo. I'm from Staten Island, New York. Paul, I saw you earlier today, and it was a pleasure. Gene, I saw you back in Orlando a few months ago. I was the captain in the military you thought was 12 years old. So my question is, I've been on this earth for 28 years and played the drums for 26 of those years. What are all your guys' greatest tips for being a drummer and how to succeed as a drummer?
Well, first it starts off with passion. I always tell everybody, if you want to be in the music business, because it's not easy, you better love music and love playing your instrument, and that's what gives you the drive. You know, when I went to go see bands, we didn't have MTV, we didn't have YouTube. You had records and then live concerts. So going to the concerts to me was my inspiration. I'd go early and walk down to the stage and look at the equipment, and I felt like I was going, every band I saw, I felt like I learned something. I was going to school because I said, I want to do that. I want to be that. And I always believed that I could. I don't know, you know, it sounds maybe easy to say later if you achieve some level of success, but I really always believed that I was going to do this and I was supposed to do that. So I think it starts with, right, Gene? When you wish upon a star.
Oh yeah.
Tell them about Jiminy Cricket. Again.
I think they've heard that, but you know, it doesn't matter what presses that button. That's not what I mean. That's not what I mean. Whatever that thing is that wakes you up to this is going to be cornball, the wonder of life. It's going to be what you make it. Everybody's got dreams, and the rest is just hard goddamn work every day without people caring about what you do, everybody criticizing what you say. The winners are the ones who dream big and then never stop until they achieve what they want. If not there, then somewhere else. This is America, baby, where dreams come true.
It's really so simple. Find your passion. Eric really brought that word into it.
Okay, time for a reality check. I always hate this about Paul and Gene. And anybody who's rich and successful and has people, you know, wipe their ass for them because they can pay for that. Just work hard. This is a land of opportunity. Nothing you can do anything you want if you just work hard enough. So every failed musician, doctor, lawyer, you name it, product of just not working hard enough, kiss my ass. I appreciate the sentiment to tell people that dream big, right? But have a little bit of fucking sanity while you do it. You know, it's probably not a good goal to set for yourself as a D student to be president of the United States. All right. Or a doctor or a lawyer. If you've got no musical ability, you're probably not going to be able to learn to be a great musician. If you can't run while chewing gum, you probably shouldn't try to be a basketball player. I mean, there are limitations. Everybody's got them. And right time, right place means everything for every profession, no matter what it is. Who you know, who you blow, how lucky you got. KISS fell into this by almost bankrupting a fucking record label. It had nothing to do with how hard they were trying. It had everything to do how hard Bill Aucoin was trying. And Casablanca was trying, because KISS was at the end of their rope. There's nothing else they could do. They were spitting fire, breaking guitars, blowing shit up, smoking guitars, and it wasn't fucking selling albums. It no longer had anything to do with their hard work. It was the hard work behind everybody at the label to put their ass on the map. So as great of an idea as that is, I really hate it when they do that, because they're selling false hope to naive people. You have to be realistic. You just have to be realistic.
I agree. Everything you said. Everything you just said, man.
Anybody disagree?
Wipers. Oh, sorry.
Okay, no,
coming to
so
America,
it's not a diss on KISS.
No, look, I agree. We know
One
we
of
call
my
the lucky.
fucking pet peeves because they make it sound like it's just that cut and dry easy. Just fucking try hard.
Over in Australia, you know, we always call it the lucky country, but you know.
Well, if it was just that fucking easy, everybody be a millionaire and nobody be paving roads anymore, right? I mean,
exactly right.
Whatever. Anyway, let's get back to the greatness that is the delusional KISS.
And I tell my kids the same thing. The only thing that's important is find your passion. Anything that comes along with that is a bonus. Whether you want to sweep streets or want to be an astronaut or a rock star or whatever, aspiring it is really what it's about. You know, when I say live to win, living to win doesn't mean you succeed. It means you try.
Thank you.
That's all we can do. That's all we can do in life is follow our own path. And wherever it takes us, we know we did it. We tried.
Quick question.
Real quick, I'm not going to take long here. I just saw DJ Inferno popped in late. You didn't miss probably even half of the show yet, but I want to say he brought up an interesting topic for us. He sent it to me. It was Billboard magazine staff picked the top 50 rock bands of all time. And that's as far as I'm going to go with it. I'm not going to tell you who was on it. Don't research it. I'm going to spring this on you guys just some night and see what you think. So just keep that in mind.
Talking about drumming, as a bass player, you have to lock in with the drummer for the rhythm section. You've played with 3 great drummers, Peter, Eric, and Eric Carr. Was there different ways that you adjusted as a bass player to lock in with the groove for the 3 different guys?
I'm sorry? I'm really not a great person to talk about bass playing philosophy because I come from a school, more like McCartney's approach, which is that they sometimes played against the drums, sometimes not. Like the classic bass drums lock-in would be a band like AC/DC, for instance. You'd have boom, 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 boom. Bass would come in like boom, 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 like lick it up. Like, so you're locked in and there's that train track and the music goes on top of that. Whereas McCartney and very few others would play melodies like a string quartet where the cello had its own melody and they all kind of arrive. So it's a much more difficult way of doing it, but I don't know anything except what I hear. So some of those riffs that you guys like, I just heard them in my head and started playing that, and then, you know, the guitars would go, wait a minute, maybe we should do some of those riffs in the song, and they're not always in time with the drums, and you still have to somehow connect. Like in Lover All I Can, Eric is playing time, you know, like, and we're going, bum, 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 just not on time, if you see what I mean. I wish you were a musician so you'd understand. Oh, that's right, you're pushing here, pushing there. So to make a long story short, I love the sound of my own voice.
Chris, let me just say one thing. Gene, and I'm not kissing his ass, Gene is a great bass player. I played with a lot of great musicians. Gene he's solid as a rock. He doesn't speed up, he doesn't slow down. So for a drummer, I can't speak for how Peter or Eric Carr interacted with him, but Gene, it's very easy to play with because that's it. Gene, I wanted Benjamin Franklin. Now we're talking. Gene, you're amazing. You're the Jaco Pastorius of rock. Anyways, seriously, Gene and Paul will attest to it. He's been there from day one with them. Gene's very creative and melodic, like listen to Going Blind as a good example. But Gene is so easy to play with, so it's like effortless. So it's an interaction. Sometimes you fight each other. I don't fight when I play with Gene. It's very, very easy.
I have to say, I don't think that Gene ever gets, his due. because Gene loves doing shtick, you know, and all that Gene does as far as his personality and the things he says somehow gets in the way of people, certain people listening and going, he's a fantastic bass player. As you know, I played with him. You don't come close, buddy.
Gene, get out that stack.
And Gene wants to let everybody know that he's handing all that money out to everybody here as a sign of appreciation.
I dare you to give it all out right now, Gene. I dare you.
Let's go back to this side over here.
At the end, everybody should come up single file, and Gene wants to give you each $100.
Hello guys, my name is Luis, I'm from Mexico City, and I have a question. So, what do you think is the most important element to be maintained for the next 50 years with the Avatar show? And have you considered recording a non-AI album or tracks for it?
Great questions. There may be some music in the works, and that's part of the surprise. Is that you know, we like to tell you what we're doing or things that are planned. The problem is so much of what we may bring up never comes to fruition. Music, yeah, that looks pretty damn more than possible, probable.
Okay, hold on. So you're saying it's possible and probable there's going to be new KISS music?
You didn't hear that from me.
I mean, that's amazing. That's the thing. You never stop writing riffs for Gene, all you guys, Paul, Tommy, Eric. So you must have a lot of stuff in the can, so to speak.
That's true. That's why you can pick up our new box sets, a live box set as well as Dressed to Kill box set. There will be plenty of surprises and some never released songs. This has been a public service announcement.
You know, I'm not going to give you any hints, but I really only write when there's a project, and I've been writing.
Okay, gentlemen. Scotty, what do you think they're writing for?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what it could be, to be honest with you. I'm not going to knock them for doing it, but why?
My guess is because it played right in off the Avatar discussion is they are doing something for an Avatar movie, or I don't know, the Sphere in Vegas or something, and writing music for it. I don't think it'll be an official KISS album more as much as maybe a soundtrack by KISS to something KISS related. That's my guess.
Maybe I don't know, a EP type thing. I don't know. I'm kind of confused with that, to be honest with you, man. I mean, and Gene's sitting here saying we're just beginning. What the fuck are you talking about?
The KISS world,
Okay.
not the band. They're in their eyes, this Avatar thing is going to become Disney for the next 100 years.
Just basically promoting anything we put out by it. There you go. Yeah.
Louis, your thoughts
yeah.
on KISS writing?
I don't give a fuck, man. Because as far as I'm concerned, like, even though I like a few songs off of song or two off of Sonic Boom, Monster has to be listened to in a certain way, but none of the writing was spectacular. There's no epic songs on those, you know, as far as Monster goes. And they just show to me that they already got a track record of their talents for writing are diminishing, not growing. I wanted to address the thing about the thing you mentioned earlier about, you know, that just believe in yourself kind of stuff. You know, like I watch these panel videos of people from movies and shows that they get together and they answer questions, and people say, what do I need to do to become an actor, this and that. And I wish I was there to say, listen, sometimes you got to know somebody, but the main thing is, if you're willing to get up at 3 a.m. to get to the studio by 5 a.m. and stay there all fucking day long till maybe 7, 8 at night, and take you 2 hours to get home, and you're not going to be having 5 or 6 o'clock dinner with your family for weeks on end, and barely getting 4 hours sleep a night, and be at the studio all fucking day, because there's no such thing as an 8-hour day in Hollywood and all that shit. If you're willing to put up with that, then you might have a chance of becoming an actor. But if you're going to be like, oh, I'm just going to work 9 to 5 and go home and have dinner, forget it. So the thing is, you got to put a certain level of effort into what you're doing. But like going on tour, like you're not sleeping in your own bed. You're getting up, you're doing rehearsal. I think the life sucks on tour to put up with all that shit. And that's what Ace always said. I don't like touring. I like to play in the clothes that I'm wearing, and I like to sleep in my own bed, So I just wanted to get that out there, that not the craft you do to practice that, but to put up the bullshit that goes along with it is more of a strain and a decision maker for if you really want to pursue entertainment.
Okay, I got a comment I want to address and then get to Dave. But first, so you're saying basically, and that's kind of the understanding, Ace was tired of touring. He was tired of the rat race. And that's more than anything why he wanted out of KISS just to be done and take a break and live life. Who else is bitching like that right now that you know of?
I don't know.
13 years into their career, yet to become a true headlining act, and already bitching about they want to sleep in their own bed. They just want to be at home. They're sick of touring. They're sick of being on the road. Who is that?
Is that the Warning?
Yes, sir. Now, Ace Frehley had been to the top of Mount Olympus before he adopted that attitude, and could afford to do it and still pursue a career a little later on. Who can't afford that? That's the Warning. Just saying. All right. Now, the question I wanted to get to that somebody posed, didn't Paul Stanley say, I can't find it now, but I know the gist of it, that he would never write new KISS songs because they wouldn't sell? Yes, he did. I remember the interview well, and I thought it was a pity party. I thought it was selfish to his fans. Basically mocked the interviewer for even insinuating, because why would I do that? Everybody just wants to hear Love Gun anyway. This is why I'm saying I don't think this is a KISS album. I think this is a soundtrack to something KISS Avatar. Now, unlike Lou, who I also have a extremely bad taste in my mouth for the last 3 albums, but especially Monster, I look at this as, don't kid yourself, Paul hears everything. If there's trash talk going on about him and KISS and their lackluster songwriting ability and albums, he knows it. It's a chance for him to fucking prove himself. That excites me. But I wouldn't expect this to be a KISS album. Dave.
Yeah, well, I mean, after having the 2 last albums, I think anything would be a positive, to be honest. Yeah, I heard that interview with Paul. Probably sort of agree with him, because I would be saying, if I was going to write the shit that I wrote for those 2 albums, you're right, no one does want to hear it. But I don't think you lose your ability to be able to write music.
I think he lost direction. I think he took direction from himself instead of a producer. And what that enabled him to do was half-ass it. And shit that I'd be willing to bet pretty much anything on Monster would have never passed Ezra's sniff test to get on a fucking album ever.
No. And I definitely think it'll be for the Avatar stuff. So
you don't?
No, I do. I think.
Oh, you do? Okay.
That's definitely what it will be.
Okay. Well, let's get back to her.
Good answer. Well, I'd have to say that's a scoop. Hey, guys, How about over here again?
Hi, I'm Pete from New York, and I have no voice after last night, so apologies. My question is for Gene Simmons from KISS. Gene, back in the day when you got started out, you had a million amazing ideas that helped grow you into the biggest band in the world, and that's why we love you to this day. There must have been a lot of things that you guys kicked the tires on and never saw the light of day. And wonder if you might remember some of those and maybe anything you even would have done differently.
Well, he thinks all of his ideas are great. Right, Paul?
I have to tell you the stuff is disposable. KISS condoms, KISS caskets, you know what I'm gonna say. We'll get you coming and we'll get you going.
My line.
But I will tell you, if I have any regrets, my hand to God, it's that I sometimes, and I think we all go through this, sometimes wish we were smarter and better at trying to help Ace and Peter have better lives. And sometimes, all of us are guilty of it, and so am I don't want to start an argument and, you know, let's just continue doing the tour because you want to get through it for selfish reasons, because it's working and the chicks and the money and the blah, blah, blah. You don't want to ruin anything. Meantime, somebody who might be your brother is ruining their life by bad decisions. And I think this goes to your friends, your lovers, your family members. I wish I would have practiced more tough love and just kind of, you know, been more in the face of people that we cared about and maybe could have been oh.
Gene, who's your favorite president?
In the past or the present?
On money, I'm talking on currency.
Oh, you mean that, yes.
Ben Franklin wasn't a president.
Okay, well, it diverted from where I wanted to go.
They used to have $500 and $1,000 bills.
Yes.
You know?
Yes, Eric. He's our youngest member, so you'll excuse him. No, he's not. Tommy's younger.
I act younger, but Tommy's younger.
Yeah.
Okay, this goes on for a bit with Gene, I think. I want to get Scotty's take on this, but while I'm talking Scotty, Scotty Miller, no, Gene doesn't want to repent. He wishes he would have taken more upon himself to help his brothers in music. To repent means you did something wrong. It is not his responsibility as a grown-ass adult to make sure Peter and Ace keep their, you know, substance abuse under control. He wishes he would have. That's not repenting. That's just a wish. He's not repenting because he didn't make a mistake. He didn't sin by not being their mother and father. They're grown-ass adults who made their own decisions. Anyway, Scott, on that, do you think it would have made a difference if Gene would have taken a more hardline approach to keep those two, especially Ace? I don't know how you even do it. Like I just got done saying, grown-ass adults, how do you keep people from partying?
At that point in time, now, I'm going to say you're reaching you have to do it before the solo albums and Phantom of the Park era, right in there, after Alive 2. That way, you know, you're already up there, you know. You have to pay attention to what's going on with you guys, even though they know what's going on. You got to get the manager, which is coked out of his head too. You got to get them all together, and you got to have a fucking meeting and say, look, guys, this is the way it's going to have to be. You've got to get straight. You know, if we have to,
they were kind of fighting. I mean, I know you're on the Ace and Peter side of the business aspect of the KISS working, and that's fine, but it was a perfect storm to where there's really nothing Gene and Paul could do short of firing everybody, because the manager, the producer, the fucking record label, everybody was coked out of their fucking mind and hanging out with two members with substance abuse problems. I mean, at what point Paul and Gene would have had to just say, we're leaving the label, we're firing management and the producers, and we're going to start all over again.
That would have been damn near impossible. I mean, not impossible at the time, but it would have been that would have really been the wrong fucking turn. But you know, I just think that they could have been more done. I think a lot of people just turned a blind eye to things and just kept thinking, well, it's going to be all right. You know, we'll get through this, blah, 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 as long as the money's coming in, as long as we're, you know, and that's when I have a problem when it comes to management. I totally disagreed with them firing Bill Coyne after the Elder. You know, fuck, man. I mean, dude, what? He's pretty much a bystander on this, even though he's still your producer.
That's on Ezra.
But yeah, you don't, and he's fucking coked out of his mind too. You know, everybody is, man. It's just, I like the album now. I always love certain things on it, but I think but Ace being as coked out and fucked up as he was at the time, to me, and there's nobody going to listen to him, was really at that point in time, listening to what was going on, he was the only voice of reason there with saying I don't think it would be right. This is not going to work, you know, type album, right? Not right now, you know. I mean, even if he is fucked up, he's actually, but they're not going to listen. They're not going to listen to him because they know what.
And that's why I say I understand what Gene's saying, but I just personally don't think it would have mattered. How many bands have we seen go through this with one or more members where the ultimate end is that member's just gone because they're not going to change because you fucking said so?
You have to do it before the fame and the riches pour in.
You have to threaten their career before they got enough money to say, fuck you.
Once you've achieved all that, man, everybody's ego's out of control. And they're
money, which, by the way, you can hear soon on Tunes Brothers. But yeah, once you achieve fuck you money and fame, and Ace had a name, man. I mean, arguably outside of the blood and fire, Ace was the face basically of KISS fans, not the band itself. Obviously, that's always been Gene, but diehard KISS fans through the 70s. Ace was the fucking shit. So he could have went off, and I'm not saying it would have been a successful career. I'm not saying he would have lived to be the age he was before he died now if he had went off and decided I'm going to be, you know, Mr. Drug Addict solo artist. But he had that ability. So what are they going to do? Short of killing, so it's one thing to replace Ace in 1980 after you've had damn near a decade of fame and you reached the top of the world. But when this started spiraling, KISS wasn't there yet. You can't afford to fuck with that chemistry that early in the game.
No, the partying started at the beginning. It just wasn't, you know, because if you've heard the stories, you know, Ace wasn't drinking until after the gigs and stuff. Peter and them wasn't really partying until after the gigs and with other bands and, you know, chicks and all this stuff, man. You know, they were, you know, they wasn't, you know.
It wasn't affecting work.
That's that. But when it started, like missing sessions on Destroyer and stuff like that, that's when you have to get a grip on things really quick, if you can, because the money really hadn't, the big money. Yeah, they've achieved success with, you know, Alive, but the real, you know, big top of the world flag wasn't flying right yet. That, I think, when you see signs of it affecting the studio and performances, that's when you have to, we'll cancel the fucking tour. You got to go get straightened out. It doesn't matter if it lasts at least that's 2 years. You know, if you guys can't see, one thing I was always proud of myself about being when I partied and stuff back years ago, I could moderately party. I didn't party every fucking day. I smoked pot every day, but anybody can smoke pot and do any damn thing they want
That's
to.
not, yeah,
It
that
does
wasn't
not
that,
make
yeah,
you
that wasn't,
stagger and shit.
no, that
Yeah.
wasn't the problem.
Yeah, I kept it at arm's length, man. I had my moments when I did, but I was a functional guy.
Right.
I never got so drunk that I couldn't, except once, and that's when I quit altogether, that I couldn't fucking function hardly. And I said, you know, fuck this. So I was always able to party when it was time to party and do whatever. And when it wasn't, I was okay. You
All right.
can't do
I
it all
just
the
knew you
time.
had strong opinions on that, and I wanted to get your take. Louis falling asleep here. Are we boring you, Louis? Thoughts on
Sorry, Louis. Yep.
Nah, it's like if I could have been their manager back then, with the attitude I have now, I'd have all fucking four of them scared shitless.
exactly.
You know, that's what you. It's like, all right, there's gonna be some leniency. Peter, Ace, you can have some cigarettes every now and then in between some takes. You can have a beer, relax. You're not doing any fucking hard drugs. I want you to have some venting. I don't want you to break when something's too rigid and you don't let them bend. It causes them to break. So I would have been that way. Their career would have been shorter, but their power would have been much higher. They would have had a short career, selling more albums, doing shows, touring, but also taking 6 month breaks. The tours would not go more than 6 months at a time or per album. And then they could have a combination of, they're out on tour, but then Ace and Peter get to relax and stuff like that. And like in the studio, they're creating songs and then doing stuff. And let me hear what you got. I said, okay, that sounds pretty good, but you got to change the drum beat here or something like that. I would get very involved in making sure that they were always putting out their best and that Peter and Ace would want to stay in the band because I let them breathe a little bit, you know?
Dave, your thoughts on Tough Love? Would it have mattered?
No, I don't think so. I think they're grown-ass adults. They know what they're doing. They made their decisions. I don't, from the drug addicts I've known, people, they've made their choices.
I mean, they also poked fun at Gene and Paul for being squares. I mean, so I don't think they would have taken them seriously anyway. They'd been like, yeah, fuck you. But I think I understand where Gene's conscience is now, but it wasn't his job. It wasn't his responsibility. And at the end of the day, I don't think there's anything he could have done that would have changed it.
You know, maybe if Gene and Paul would have let their hair down a little bit and partied a little bit with them and stuff like that, I just wonder if it would have made a difference when it come time to, well, they're doing fine and they're straightening it up to do this stuff, then we should too. Like I say, you kind of alienate yourself as a band when you don't do anything. I mean, absolutely nothing, man.
You're saying sacrifice your principles to.
No, I'm not saying that. Paul partied early on.
Yeah, he drank.
And he said he smoked pot too.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that as long as you can moderate your drinking, because everybody knows you can't go out on stage drunk as a motherfucker. Like, Ace falling and them having to go over and play over top of it. I mean, you got to be able to function. But have a good time too. Just don't let it control your life.
Yeah, Paul admitted back in the Hotter Than Hell recording that he got so freaking drunk, they locked him in a car and he was too drunk to let himself out.
Yeah, he was the wastedest one in there in the chute, man.
Yeah, but it's having the occasional drink's all right. It's when it becomes your lifestyle is the problem, isn't it?
Exactly.
I think Scott hit it right on the head, because originally they were, you could party all you want after the fucking show. Who gives a fuck? Paul and Gene didn't have a problem with that. It's once you stop getting up to get to rehearsal or to the studio the next day that it became a problem. And then when you needed to have your fix during the day when there was work to be done, if they had just kept it to rock and roll all night and party every day, I mean, and just go to work afterwards, I don't think it would have been a problem.
Yeah, no partying during the day when we got to work. You party after the show.
Yep.
When you get up, it's business, man.
All right, let's watch a little more of this, and then I don't know how much of this you guys want to do yet. You let
How
me know.
much time left in this interview?
Let's see. This interview is probably another half hour.
Wow.
Now we could skip to doing a few more music tracks and just people can watch this. It's all on YouTube. They can watch it for free.
Yeah, let's just do some other stuff.
Yeah.
Honestly, this
Yeah.
Q&A is not impressing me at all.
Oh, it gets better.
Yeah.
But there's long stuff. You can fast forward on YouTube.
Why don't we save the other rest of the interview for like after the warnings?
Yeah, I'm not going to schedule anything. If we're bored some night, we can do it. If not, people know it's out there on YouTube. All you got to do is search KISS Landlocked Vegas footage, and you'll find all this stuff.
All right, then
Let's
go
finish
to
out with a little bit of me. I'm going to start off with the way the whole thing started for KISS. And I believe that is back in this fucking folder. Z's. Dave, why weren't you prepared? Oh, here. Speaking of the age appropriate thing, let's do a little of this. Oh, sure. Now that I say that. How come you guys aren't talking?
Just wait for you to do what you're going to do. I'll talk. Yeah, so I'd be managing like this. You motherfuckers, you're going to listen to me, and we're going to do this my way, or you're all go out the fucking door, and I don't care how much fucking money you have, don't think you have, the hell with you all.
Now, someone chimed in late here. I forget who it was again. I'm sorry. Saying, forgive me if you've already covered this, but as much as Paul loves to run everything, how could he have not known Bruce was on stage? Well, let me give you a look at Bruce's stint on stage here.
And to this day,
so we get the picture.
They still can't play that fucking song live.
And we've still got people popping off at the mouth saying there's no way Paul didn't know. At what point of that Q&A during his apology did he say, I had no idea Bruce was coming here? I'll give anybody $1 million if that's what he said. He said he forgot that Bruce was going to be there with all the commotion. And for those of you saying how Paul loves to run everything, does this look like a KISS production? This is 4 guys standing on a stage that was made for a house band with no pyros, no setups, no cue cards, playing by their fucking ass hairs. This is not a well-orchestrated, scripted, pre-planned KISS show. And Bruce Kulick never fucking moved from far left stage on the other side of 6'5" Tommy Thayer. Paul is center stage. It is very plausible that Paul didn't even see him there.
Question. Did Bruce just sneak up on stage
Yes.
and start playing?
Yes, that's
Okay,
exactly what happened.
I want to confirm because that's what it looked like.
Yes,
It looked like he just came out there so the audience could see him or barely notice or whatever, and probably was like, is that Bruce or not? You know?
That
But
was,
yeah, that's what
I
it
heard
looked
that
like.
out of Bruce's mouth himself. I just kind of walked up there because we wouldn't know what was going on and just started playing. And that's why he was laughing with Tommy, because he basically snuck up on Tommy.
There you go.
I am so tired of the Paul Stanley hatred. I could just fucking start cracking fucking skulls. Because you guys are what? Jealous? Because he's better looking than you ever could be? Because he's fucking richer than you'll ever be? Because he's got a better voice than you could ever have? What is it? Why do you all hate the world's greatest fucking frontman so much, yet call yourself KISS fans? It makes me just sick. Anyway,
that's
hi,
why
Gigi.
it sticks in your ribs. That's why.
Fucking A. You'd think he was Axl fucking Rose the way these fucking people talk about him. It is unbelievable. They hold him to a standard of, they wouldn't hold Christ himself. It's beyond ridiculous. For all this guy did for 50 years to keep your favorite band together when they could have self-destructed 10 times over, and this is the way you repay the man. Give me a fucking break. I have all the beefs in the world with him on a personal level, but as Paul Stanley, rock god, king of KISS, he's fucking untouchable, and anything that is done is justified when it comes to this band, where he's coming from, as far as I'm concerned, because he made it all possible and kept it all possible. So blow me. All right, now let's get back to the beginning of the show as I promised. Now I got to jump back to another folder since Louis didn't have this set up.
I'm such a mess.
Now it's your fault.
It's my fault.
Okay, here's how it starts.
I can't hear you, people! I'm Chris Angel, and yes, I have makeup on because I just came from my show because I was asked, and it's quite an honor as a huge fan, and I would never have my career as it is right now if it wasn't for this band that we're all here to see tonight. I am grateful, I am honored, and I'll just say one thing, and maybe you'll remember this as a kid like I was when I was 12 years old. You wanted the best! You got the best! The hottest band in the world!
still the absolute coolest choreographed move that any band has ever done, and many bands have often ripped it off. Def Leppard comes to mind. Yes. The first thing I was going to say is how I missed this band for 2 years without thinking I would, when fucking Deuce makes me want to get off my fucking chair and pump my hands in the air, a song I physically got nauseous hearing every show for all of my life.
I love that
Fantastic.
song.
Gigi, welcome to the show. You looked like you were having a good time.
I love that song. He's worth a deuce. He's worth a deuce, but he don't want it. So what can I do?
Explain to me, because that would be what I would ask, Scott, if I was in your shoes and had the Gene Simmons meet and greet. What the fuck is a deuce?
Really? You don't know?
I wasn't thinking.
I mean, it's a question that I've always kind of just, when it comes up, I don't know what the fuck that even means. Is he talking about taking a shit, or?
Oh, he's not worth just one round. He's worth a deuce round.
Deuce round of what? Beers?
Whether it's
or
one of them
blowjobs,
or two of them, he's worth two.
Huh? Okay.
Yeah,
Dave,
sexual innuendos. Come on, where you been? I'm 60 and you're older than me.
Who you talking to?
Dave,
Oh,
go
Louis.
ahead.
I'm only just older than you. I'm 60. You're right. You got sick of hearing this song, but then after not hearing it for a while, you get back into it again and think, oh, yeah. Okay. I'd just like to say, welcome, Gigi, to the show.
I've been
2 hours and
from the
24
beginning.
minutes late.
She had to run out and buy a KISS poster and a KISS shirt to say that she doesn't hate KISS, and we all know she does.
Yeah, why do you hate Kiss so much? And why did you think you weren't meant to be on the show?
I somehow thought it was like maybe, I don't know if it was Rob just doing the KISS thing, or maybe you. I don't know. I didn't quite, because it was just, we're going to do the KISS thing and watch it and whatever. So I was like,
Well,
okay,
if you
cool.
didn't know that you were supposed to be here, clearly it's Paul Stanley's fault then, right, commenter?
Mm-hmm.
Louis Deuce.
Plus,
first.
to be fair, hang on, sorry, Lewis. Oh, now you got me doing it, damn it. Hubby, I'm in the garage. Hubby's above me, so I have to try to keep quiet. Hey, poor guy, he's been sick all week or whatever. So I just
So
don't
if I
want to
start
listen to him
screaming
tomorrow.
on this microphone, will it wake him up and piss him off?
No, it's just if I get going and
Okay.
I get loud, and that doesn't take much sometimes,
All right.
All
Go
right.
ahead, Lou.
I am so fucking confused. I see this guy talking to the audience that looks like Paul Stanley, but vocally does
Chris
not
Angel.
sound like him. Is that Paul Stanley? Because he didn't sound like himself at all. He sounded like some sort of young fan introducing the band, And I keep watching. Like, this dude looks like Paul, but he ain't talking like Paul. So I was all like, is
Dude,
this like a mock
the first
band?
thing out of his mouth was, "I'm Chris Angel."
Yeah. So was he Chris Angel?
Yes.
Paul?
It was Chris
so
Angel.
that was, but the dude looked like him.
Chris Angel's a fucking cool looking dude. He just gets a lot of shit because he's a magician who eventually let out the secrets of a lot of magicians and was ostracized from the community.
But as far as the song goes, honestly, I am so sick and tired of Gene tagging in. I want to hear you. Shut up. You're ruining the fucking song. Kiss Alive is the quintessential version of that song. It is perfect. On that album, that song's fucking perfect. Every time they played it since after that, it just doesn't hold a candle. It just doesn't. I mean,
Maybe he should have changed it up and said, "I would like to hear you."
no, he shouldn't say anything at all. Just play the fucking song the way it
How
goes.
about, can I get an amen?
Amen.
And like when he does that scream on the Alive album, where he's just like that, I can't do the scream.
Sure you can. Give it a shot.
With that, no, forget it. you know, we all get the da 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 da, and he goes like, wow, you know, kind of thing going. That's it. Just do that. Don't forget. I want to hear you. Shut up.
All right. So the first song pissed Lou off. Scotty, how did they sound?
They sounded great. I mean, everything I've heard them play besides Lick It Up has sounded fucking excellent. But I had to agree with Louis on that. He does that every time. You know, let me hear you. And he throws those extra things in there. Yeah, don't need that.
Yeah,
just sing it.
He does
You're
that on
nailing
Kiss
it.
Alive 3. They play that song. I think he does it in the early part of the song. I want to hear you. Shut up.
Yeah, play the song. I agree. But they
That's
played
why
it
Kiss
fucking
Alive is
perfect.
the best Kiss Alive album of anything. It doesn't have any fucking weirdness going on.
There you go.
Okay. You all right, Lou? You need a drink of water? He's fucking dying over there. There you go.
Thanks, God.
That's one way to shut him up.
Starting route to Lewiston Playground.
Shush.
What
You
the hell was
know
that?
that I will shut up
That's that.
eventually.
What is that?
Just me, my phone.
Oh, it's like, who the hell's talking?
She's talking. Shut
All right.
up.
All right.
Get off
We
the
got
porn,
two
Dave.
members fixated on their phones. Are we done or you want more?
Yeah. No, I'm fixing to have to check out. I was going to tell you, Gigi can take my spot. I'm getting ready to have to
Well, we're pushing 3
slide
hours.
out.
Well, 2.5
Yeah.
hours.
Well, if
But you know what? We're holding 36 strong here.
Okay.
What I've seen so far is freaking the jam is good. They're playing to perfection, damn near it. They're singing great, with the exception of the oohs and ahs, like Louis said. I agree with Louis on that. But Lick It Up's the only thing that I've heard, and I've never heard it played live right.
No.
And it's never going to be played live right. So I'm willing to accept that. But yeah, man, so far, so good. I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Let me know what we're going to be doing next.
Tuesday,
And
Def Leppard Adrenalize versus Damn Yankees debut album.
Got it. I got it. I've got that. Okay.
All right.
But Gigi, I'm glad you came in to take my place so the boys wouldn't feel isolated. Rock on. And I'll check out what I've missed so far.
All right.
So,
see you, Scotty.
Y'all take it easy.
All right. You guys want to do more music? Do you want to go?
Well, if it's something that's going to piss me off and cause me to rant, we'll go one more thing.
All right.
Otherwise, if you want to say goodnight, I can do that too.
I got time for one more.
One more. Okay. Whoop.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yep. Okay. There we go. I think. Somewhere. There it is.
That's the sound. We missed you. For sure. Let's see where now.
Paul forgot to look at the crowd on the right side because he's an asshole.
Missed you, for sure. Where to? Not too fast. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, we already heard this one. You want me to skip forward?
Yeah, skip to the next song.
All right. No. Heard that.
It's called Coaching.
There we go. Didn't Ace Frehley write this song?
Yeah.
There's your answer, Bake. He says, but Gene never drank. Sure, Gene. Gene didn't write the song. All right, here we go.
To beautify you. The girl next door, her arms around me. The landlord's gone, I'm without a house. It's closing time again. The road will always win. Closing time again. You know it's the only thing that keeps us together. Keeps us together. Time to leave and another close. Around the corner at the liquor store. The cheapest stuff is all I need. Now get me back on my feet again. On my feet again. On my feet again. It's closing time again. You know it'll always win. Closing time again. You know it's the only thing keeps us together. Who's closing time again? You know it'll always win. Closing time again. You know it's the only thing that keeps us together.
Okay, that's a good example right there of what someone was mentioning. You can't even hear Tommy's ending solo there very loud. His guitar is clearly not in the mix. I wonder if that's because this isn't a well orchestrated and, you know, Paul Stanley run show to where
Are these filmed by their staff or is it just done by fans?
these are fans.
Okay.
There's 3 or 4 channels out there that got them from different angles. None of them is dead center with a professional setup. I just couldn't help, you know, taking another shot there at Mr. Paul Stanley. Clearly should know everything all the time. He should have unagi at all times. There we go. Cold fucking gin. And you know what kills me?
Are you going to finish the song?
No.
Okay.
No, it just fades out from here into the next song.
Oh, okay.
What who sings the song Detroit Rock City? Paul does, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always been that way.
Right. Did Paul smoke, or was it Peter and Ace that smoked?
Peter was pretty much the smoker.
Right. So why would Paul say first I drink, then I smoke? Could it be just because it's a fucking song?
Yeah,
and
I
it
think
doesn't
so.
have to be about real life?
Actually, Paul did smoke in the early days of KISS, and he figured that if I'm going to be the singer, I better quit smoking. So there's a realism to those lyrics.
Yeah, I've seen people write about being in space, but I know they haven't been there.
Yeah. My point. I don't care if Gene had brownies. I don't care if he shoved mushrooms up his ass or if he drank or didn't. He didn't write the song. Even if he did, you're not allowed to write about drinking unless you're a fucking drinker. Has everybody think that everything is a hippie song from Woodstock that is, some kind of fucking, this has to be a true moving story about something I went through? It's fucking rock and roll, motherfucker. I mean, do you really think there was a girl who says, he said, hey, put your hand in my pocket and grab? That didn't fucking happen, you stupid fuckers. Get over yourselves. You can fucking sing about anything. Slayer sings about Satan. They're not even fucking satanic, you douches.
Yeah.
God damn it. Oh,
Is
all
your
right.
arsehole the appropriate place for mushrooms?
This was supposed to be a fucking celebration, and several people have managed to piss me off with their stupidity. And that's all right. I'm just going to get drunk after this and write a song about something that I've never done before just to prove you fucking can. All right.
Did you hear what I said?
No.
The girl's name is Lucille.
Okay. There you go. Dave,
Well,
Cold Gin.
I was asking whether the arsehole is the best place to put mushrooms, but is it a different kind of buzz if they go that way? I'm fine, but my penis is fucking having a trip. Yeah, like I said, it's another one of those songs that you've heard so often, but it's nice to hear it again, to be honest. Like I said, it's when you haven't been, when KISS were touring, that's all we saw was all the excerpts of Cold Gin and Juice, and you're just like, sick of hearing the shit, but it's nice, it's refreshing.
That was my thing. And they do, and I wish I would have cut each track, but Jesus, that takes time. They did Love Her All I Can on this, which I know Scott fucking loves, and I can't remember if it was just the acoustic set or if it was in the live set as well. I spent so much time downloading this shit, but I never really went through like Lou would have wanted me to and set up this great big, presentation, because Lou wants everybody to move mountains while he sits there and swills out of his milk carton. But there's all kinds of great stuff out there.
I just figured that since you wanted to interrupt the ghost warning and postpone that you must add something put together already. Like, I did this great thing. I got this stuff. I'm going to present it. Okay. And then you just fly by the seat of your fucking pants.
Yeah, but Gigi was meant to do it and she didn't.
Yeah, and I forgot that we were doing Ghost in my defense.
What the fudgicle?
Well, I knew we were doing it. I forgot he had it set up for Saturday. I thought it was set for the next Tuesday show.
Oh, it's next Saturday. I always
guarantee you,
Rob,
you
were
won't
right.
fuck up any clips from the Ghost fucking video.
What? Sorry?
I said, I'm guaranteeing you won't fuck up any clips for the Ghost video.
No, of course not. I don't fuck up anything.
She sort of did on the last
There'll
time.
be like 2-minute Ghost clips and 30-second warning clips.
No, I have to stick to everything equal, just like trying to do some of the ones lately is like, oh shit, there's actually no really album
I
thing.
know.
It's a video only.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, well, some of you has to suck it up. It's a video. It's just an album copy.
Have you
Because
done the Def
everything's
Leppard
supposed to be
Damn
equal.
Yankees yet?
Well, yeah,
I
that's what I'm
did
saying.
mine
Yeah.
earlier tonight before the show. I did mine.
haven't
Louie
done it
Louie, Cold Gin, a live one legendary performance.
Yeah, you talk of live one. That's another one where that's the quintessential version.
Your version or
Let me ask you this
their version?
question before you give your take on this performance. Was there anything on a live one that you thought was a shitty performance?
Rock and Roll All Night. That's the worst version of that song.
That's
that
because of the
album.
yeah, but it's not because of the overplay for you.
No, when you listen to that album, and it's got you hooked in, and you feel like, see, that's another difference between that and the second one, is that the second one feels like something overdone. The crowd is way, way too loud, and you're like, you get this feeling like, you get this feeling when you listen to this album, from my perspective, of they don't want to be there. They just want to hurry up and get it over with. Whereas Kiss Alive has that, we are engaging the audience, we're sounding cool, we're enjoying what we're doing, we're glad to be here, and you can get that. But when it gets to the Rock and Roll All Night, it seems like they stuck that song in from some other source, and it just doesn't fit the album. You take that song out, then Kiss Alive is fucking perfect, you know?
Well, I
What's
think
it about being quick and getting it over with real quick? Sounds like every guy that I know.
That's what you're
Oh,
laughing about.
Gigi, I would give you
Oh,
special
good
attention
Lord.
of at least 35 seconds.
I thought that's the outfit you were going to wear tonight, Gigi.
That's awful.
I must
What's
admit,
with the ribcage thing?
I don't know. That's AI. That's what I'm telling you. Look at AI gave you like mosquito bite boobs too.
As I say, you've got no tits.
Yeah,
Lou's got a bigger rack than that.
We have. We've seen it.
And when I said it's even bigger.
You know what's funny? Somebody made a comment about, oh, Gigi's got nice hair tonight. I'm like, is that supposed to be me on that cover?
Yep.
I love it. That's a good one.
Hey, Louis, you're a pretty hot looking man there, mate.
Look at me in leather with my hair.
I was having fun with my AI.
Yeah, I can see that.
We're not in any porn movies, are we?
Not that I'm aware of. We'll see.
Well, let's put it this way. If I'm in a porn flick, that's definitely a stunt cock.
I remember when I had my dreadies. You could have coloured my beard for me. I haven't been grey that long.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I've been gray since. Never mind.
Trying to match the pubes that way is really difficult.
Might get rid of that shit.
That's why we
have to get
shave.
extensions. Got to get extensions put on them.
Well, there it is. Kiss in all their glory, if only for a weekend. I am interested to see what they do musically, even if it is just for an Avatar thing. Just because I would like to think that's got to leave Paul with a bad taste in his mouth that album was not received well. And that'll learn him to use an actual producer.
It helps.
Yeah. All right. So what we learned here is Kiss always was, always will be the greatest band on the planet. And any ill fortunes that may befall you, or if you ever feel slighted or disrespected, it's entirely Paul Stanley's fault. We learned that tonight.
Everything.
Yes. So anyway, thank you. Still 25, almost 3 hours in.
Like
So
warning days.
yes. And now we look forward to Adrenalize by Def Leppard versus the self-titled album for Damn Yankees on Tuesday.
And for everyone with great taste, backtracks.
Yeah,
That's Patreon. Sorry.
that might be a lost cause, man.
Don't say that.
I know. I keep holding out hope, but the numbers never ever pick up.
Patreon's probably just the same for.
Yeah, I'm ready to kill Patreon.
But that's what I'm saying. Same thing as YouTube, right?
No. What do you mean?
No, for restrictions.
No.
Oh.
The only way you're restricted is because I accidentally put 18 plus on the Patreon channel. So what that did was prevent me from uploading the video straight to Patreon. So the only thing I can do is copy the URL from YouTube. So when YouTube yanks it, it gets yanked off Patreon. But now I went in and had them change it to not 18 plus, because their restriction for 18 plus just means if you're doing nudity and sexual content, not swearing.
Yeah,
So
that's
I put
Now I don't want to go.
So I took that off, and I can now upload when I'm done with, not a live, obviously, but when I'm done with Backtrack or anything we don't record live, I upload it to YouTube and Patreon. And if YouTube fucks it over, doesn't matter. Patreon still got it. But I think we got 7 people watching on Patreon, and those are people who know our channel here. So, I don't know, kids. There's just only so many hours in a day for me to put content up, and 2 channels is not. I have a hard enough time keeping up with Facebook and Instagram, which I think I posted for the first time on Instagram in a month. I don't like Instagram. I don't like the interface. I don't like everything's got to be a video.
You need Gigi to take over the social media side.
I don't do no Facebook and Instagram. No.
Yeah,
I
but
just
this would
stick
be
to
for
YouTube.
Tunes Brothers, not for you.
Smarty pants. By the way, I'm up at 8:20. Not bad.
I always
over
watch
the
you
last
on
couple of weeks.
RedTube anyway, Gigi.
Sorry?
I always watch you on RedTube.
Really? I always catch her on YouPorn.
Oh, there you go. I didn't know she posted
What name do
that.
you go
I'm not
under?
making any money. What the hell? I'm doing this for nothing.
What name do you go under? Because I want to watch that stuff.
I just typed Redhead Goes Off and Gigi came up, so.
Oh, Canadian Red. All right.
I'm not gonna touch it. No.
Louis straight off.
That's something me and Dave will have to discuss the future of. Obviously, it's still going. But man, there's a reason why me and Darren called it quits with Speaking Out of Turn, and why I almost called it quits under Rock Hard Music. And then Scotty talked me back into this shit show. And we're still treading water. So Backtrack just doesn't seem like anybody's got interest in that type of music, unfortunately.
Yeah, dickheads.
Yeah, but we'll see what happens.
Nah, you know what it is? You ever watched the Flintstones growing up?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. You know that episode where Dino got to be on the Sassy show, and then Sassy's backstage, takes off the wigs, unplucks her eyelashes off, and Dino gets sick to his stomach? Well, your fan base is disgusted that side of you is revealing. It's like, he ain't the cool rock god we all know and love. He's got this fucking crazy taste in music, and you're making people nauseous. Not because the songs are bad, but because your fan base knows you as a hard rock kind of guy, and you put up this side of you that frightens people. Now, if you had a way of getting to the people that don't know you, that on the outside, that like that kind of music, then you'd be okay. But right now,
I can't even get beyond the people that watch the channel now to watch our other stuff.
Yeah, you know, so that's true too. That's just a difficult thing. Look, we struck gold when we did the warning.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we got some extra people for the extra stuff. And every now and then we put up a band here and there. We get a little lucky. But overall, I think it's because you shocked your fan base with that Backtrack stuff. You know, and it's like, well, this dude's not who we think. It's like, what you know? It's like when the guy pulls all the fake muscles from behind under his clothes out, and he's like this skinny little guy, you know, like another episode of Flintstones. The guy's at the gym looking all big and buff, and then he lets the air out of his suit, and he's all this skinny little whip. Because you disillusion the people. And that's why your Backtracks ain't doing so well.
Well, I blame Paul Stanley.
Yeah, it's his fucking fault.
And maybe Vake, since you're saying I'm whining like Paul Stanley, maybe if I put some Sammy Hagar songs on Backtrack, it would take off, huh?
I would.
No. The genie's been let out of the bottle. The cat's out of the bag. You can't change it now. All you can do is stay the course, Do your backtrack videos, and maybe it'll catch on with a new audience.
Geez, thanks for the pep talk. Louis is fucking classic, right? He rips you down and then tries to backhandedly lift you back up. He's the fucking guy who will criticize you to your face, like I always accuse Dave of, without you actually knowing it, because he somehow mingles in a compliment in there. Go fuck yourself, Lou.
I've been doing less of that
It's
lately.
like that guy's, what was that movie, Stripes? Like, you know, when you're fucking a guy in the ass, you don't even have the decency to give the guy a reach.
Okay, kids. I got a headache. And I got
That's what she says.
Yeah. I fake my orgasms too.
He faked one just then.
Oh shit. All right, kids. I don't know if anybody's gonna watch this beyond tonight. I don't care. It's KISS. I needed to get some KISS back in here for some fucking sanity.
Yep.
So until Tuesday, thanks for watching.